you see two lowly, defeated speakers.
I can see you have a taste for luxury, officer.
These once respectable speakers have been conquered.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. These, officer? These speakers are Samaran.
Samaran trash. That sounds like they're from the Samaran.
No way, officer! These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk. Well, if you... But see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneaker...
Damn. So you have to buy the sneakers first. A pair of Faun Ultra. Dedicated, victorious, sporty.
Those sneakers, mister.
Only Faun Ultra. We're the future. You remember the slogan from some magazine?
Everything's still cool here, officer.
tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own. As you leap in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses. As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a...
I knew you could do it. My climbing down might not have been as disco as your jump, but at least we can explore the harbor now.
With your feet firmly planted on the concrete. On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly...
It's unfortunate for the Union.
Let's see what's inside, he thinks. The drawer opens smoothly. Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara. And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry. Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics. It appears to be a to-do list. Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everard's plants. All items on the list have been crossed out.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. One of his aides must have left.
The special borscht seems a bit odd in the list. Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everard's plants, sweep office floor. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled. The drawer slides. An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next. It's unclear whether you actually have muscle memory. Right now, your finger is just drawing vague, undoubtedly. Sure, why not? Muscle memory is a tricky thing.
Yes?
Control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marsh and Arrête are faded with use. Marsh on, Arrête off. loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air. And with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest, moving this container, of course. For this purpose,
I can't see how that was worth the wreckers, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
the crane does not return to its original position. Before you stands a cargo container.
Is this like your thing with that wall again? You do? There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one? You just picked one out because you wanted to interact with... We're not here to interact with containers. We are here to get the body down from the tree.
You attempt to turn the handle. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions. With no reply, the knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up. The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi. From the
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you? I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister. Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here.
Told you.
Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Oh, Mr. Everett is where he always is. In his office, of course. Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming. We're on a strike.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always... But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so. Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everard telling them to take some time off. I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hearties.
Look at him. It's not gonna be anything useful anyway. Don't fight it. Better to go with the flow.
I remember I was the runt of the class. But Mr. Everard and his brother, Mr. Everard and Mr. Edgar are real nice guys, mister. You should go talk to Mr. Everard. I'm sure you'll be good friends. He's friends with it. Oh yes, born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to leave my people say us Ubies are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes I am, yes I am. So it's easier for the crane operator.
The containers in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery. It's like some red infection was... There appear to be cisterns underneath the Union container covers.
Yes, they are hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debarders Union logo.
No, not really. Mr. Everett doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them to everyone. Oh, I don't know, mister. They say it's some chemicals. Most of them have labels on them, I think. Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble. Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town. And Mr. Edgar's... Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
a real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here, and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes, I am. Oh, Lizzie. She is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything.
He respects that word.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood. Knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of... If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy. Dr. Lemaitre said so. And she knows about such things.
Law school? Could she be talking about the union fixer? AKA.
Looks like it.
I'm not sure what a fixer is, but she is a real nice girl. Smart as a whip too.
Telling the gardener you know her name might throw her off. Perhaps something to consider later.
Oh yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. Oh yes, I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men. It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on my... Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the... Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir. Bye-bye now.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. With great effort, he straightens himself up.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat. I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health...
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner.
It's nothing. Yes, he's trying to throw you off your game with this Dubois nonsense.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man. I, too, have convictions. One of which is that I will... Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our...
You're no Titan of Elysium, buddy. He's got you in a fork.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another. So tell me, how can the head of the
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have known... This should take care of that nonsense. It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days.
Wow, that's 25 real. Yes, but you owe him for it.
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character.
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it.
Okay. I respect a man with principles. Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear, the world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. When he said, "Don't worry," he actually meant, be very worried.
I know everything, Harry. Right now, I know that you're worried. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
Officer, we will deal with this later.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking.
Mr. Dubois.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating.
Mr. Dubois. Mr. Dubois. Harry. Mr. Dubois, are you okay?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what.
Okay, enough. We are here.
Quick, here's your window. It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about, honestly. But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging.
Yes, that sounds good.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors. Oh, you're being too modest, my friend. But don't...
An excellent opportunity presents itself, sire. You could win the trust of the arch-liar. Pretend to play into his hand.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything. Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do.
You want to send someone a message that the police...
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel... Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you. Fantastic, my friend. Just let... You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker too. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door. Harry, honestly, I'm just relieved you didn't get a hernia. A man your age...
The big man peers at you over the rims of...
Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it. Of course, let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry. My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
It might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I mean...
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory...
Words flow like a river of honey. I guess word has already It's just a brown folder.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind?
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
Ah, this? My friends in your organization...
This translates into...
I find that very suspicious.
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry.
As you look at the folder...
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those...
He got the name from the Census Bureau, and everything else from your actions here in Martinez.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi, from the Census Bureau. Like I said, now I'm actually a very busy man.
That means he doesn't... A pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the...
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on. You've got a lot of spirit clearing up the drug problem alongside this murder. I'll talk to the mayor and see if...
Actually, he refuses to discuss it further. It's probably just a small nuisance to him.
You might have noticed there's one hanging on a tree.
Oh my! Don't take this...
Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt. A steel... Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting... But of course, all joking aside, Jean-Luc, my boy, I'm sending 2 police officers down. They have a dead body in a tree, and, Jean, please take it easy with... You can find Jean-Luc down at the gates, but you already knew that. Anyway, he's going to help you. My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbor. I couldn't possibly remember... Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a...
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of... We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez here. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I'm helping you get that nasty body down from the tree. I'm not a jealous guy. If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good
It's a fortress. He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go. He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God, Harry! I have little people in my organization. Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals. Vanished? Harry, the woman left her cat. Oh, did I?
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
Harry, Harry, Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe.
This particular brand of humor he has, it makes for a find.
Yes, yes. Low balling.
His expression makes it clear. This is...
Of course, Harry. I have no interest in... Tell her about all of it.
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other.
Yes, your lost gun. Your gun will be found, Harry.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage. Who knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to do it.
Damn it, Harry. That's exactly what it means. I'm only kidding, of course.
Of course. I understand. We help you, you help us.
I don't know what that means, Harry. Shady brew? There are so many moving parts. You know what? Don't even tell me. Whatever it is, do it. Surprise.
He sincerely has no idea what you were talking about. And he...
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate. Here. You're one of us now. A real red and white union man.
Yes?
Mr. Dubois, see you soon, Debardeur. Just kidding, but not too much.
Its drawer has not... Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Because what wasn't an option? Are you satisfied, detective?
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud.
If you must. But please hurry. We are
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinet looks like the inhabitant is rather pedantic when it comes to order. It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, Rene, is dressed in a Royal Carabinieri uniform. The girl is young and very pretty.
Why did you take that picture of René? You're really interested in that old soldier. Not sure I understand your fascination, but sure.
All those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard here.
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you. Yes, this scene isn't exactly ripping.
The unpromising race pupil returns. So it was. You surmounted the harbor wall in a display of athletic prowess to read.
You're so
There's a but.
But while I am gone, someone
That would mean you're openly showing the people that you're taking the Union's side.
This is the uncomfortable result of not taking Donald.
listen to your little friend. He is wise. Yes, that is precisely what it means. Fine. Goodbye. Return to your degenerate.
So, how'd you...
You've been in there, he means. Talked to the boss man too, probably.
It's but a rest area on the path. Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye. The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing? What a thought! Why would noble workers resort to such a... Your dead guy was an enemy combatant. He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable effort. I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men.
He's not lying.
Understood. This has been of limited use. Still,
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open? Oh, say no more. I got you. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say. Polar weasel? Oh, I know what you mean. I'm pretty sure what you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the wailing in rags. That's all I know.
okay, but where did you get it?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. None of this mess we're in, this jiving, and I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture.
He means he's not going to tell you cause he doesn't. Who he is and what they're fighting for. This is interesting.
Los Ardis? They're an independent militant group. They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except,
Is he actually comparing you? And come on, he's just trying to keep the peace. The man whispers a jaunty tune.
we're negotiating. Aye. All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company.
This seditious talk sounds like communism. Just so we're on the same page. Communism is basically wanting to kill.
I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organ. He's probably in his container at the heart. Sure thing.
This was great.